he's still very powerful. Don't get that twisted. We're not saying that he's not powerful at all. But I really have to ask the question, like, how powerful can he be if he got exiled out of the rest of the Kangs?
What's up, guys? It's CJ. I'm here with That Nerd Mikey and Richie. We're going to get into another episode of Superhero Sundays. But before we do, like always, stop. Spoiler alerts, major spoiler alerts. You didn't watch Ant-Man, go watch it. Then come back and join us. When you come back and join us, make sure you what? Like and subscribe, because any of y'all support is greatly appreciated. And it helps us impact the community by honoring real life heroes. So with all that being said, today I got my Captain America cup. Mike has Thanos, and Richard has Batman. I am Batman. I am vengeance. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Ant-Man. So Ant-Man dropped, and man, the critics went hard at this movie, y'all. Like, they bombed it. They said they gave it about the same as Eternals. They gave it a bad rating. Mike, bro, were they wrong, or were they a little too harsh on Ant-Man? What do you think, man?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially that I follow and actually like their opinions and Marvel stuff, they all said the same thing. I don't hate it, but I damn sure didn't love it.
Yeah.
It was just a mixed bag. Like, sometimes the movie was really good. It really gave you those vibes of like a Star Wars movie. I've heard that a lot too, and I got it when it showed you all the quantum realm and all the life forms inside. It felt like a Star Wars movie. Like
exactly,
when you get in Tina and you see everybody different, all the different races and so on and so forth. It's totally like it gave those vibes. Like, it was there. And then the really cool scenes without MODOK, because I don't want to talk about his little butt that shows up in the movie. But again, I'm going to say it again. This is twice I'm going to say it. Richard was right. In the line of the Ant-Man movies, this falls in line with the rest of them. I mean, the first one was great because of the low bar that we had. The second one was like mid, really mid. And this one just the same.
Yeah. And I will say this one was better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, though. I thought it was better than number 2.
But Richard's right. I mean, it falls in line with the rest of the Ant-Man movies. You can't really take it really serious because of Paul Rudd and the way he is in, again, Ant-Man movie. So you can't really take it serious. So you can't really be mad that they took a villain like Kang the Conqueror and made him mid, even though they hyped him up.
I will say that too. I feel like this Kang, even though he displayed more power, I feel like the He Who Remains was kind of a more spooky, creepy kind of villainous guy that was like really mysterious. I like that version of Kang more than this one. Even though this one displayed all the power, but I like He Who Remains a little bit better.
He Who Remains was more of a expressive.
Yeah.
He was very lively, very vivid in the way he talked, the way he moved. He was constantly moving in his chair, doing this stuff. But Kang the Conqueror was very reserved. Like, he literally only moved when he had to. It's like having, what's that saying? Like, you're too big for rumors. You only move when you have to. He was that. He was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do anything until I have to.
Yeah.
That's why he was like lightly just like doing this, or, you know, kind of like he's like a king, basically.
Yeah.
The way he just kind of just hand gestured to like to knock Ant-Man out of the way, or, you know, grab somebody. He's just constantly just nonchalantly like, here we go. And then throughout the movie, it built inside of him, his anger, that power just kept building and building and building until he just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. What do you think, Richard?
So if you're comparing the two Kangs that we've witnessed so far, going back to Loki, he was the king. He's like the king of all the kings, right?
Exactly.
He's the king. And there's a reason why he was in that position, because he is the most dominant king.
He's the
one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's the one controlling all the rest of the kings. So, like he said, once he died, someone's gonna take the ram. Now we go to Ant-Man 3 King, and he's still very powerful. Don't get that twisted. We're not saying that he's not powerful at all, but I really have to ask the question, like, how powerful can he be if he got exiled out of the rest of the kings?
Yeah. I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, and is that maybe because he was so thirst for power that maybe he overstepped his boundaries, and they ganged up on him.
The Kang bang, man. I feel like it's a good question though, because it's like it can go either way. It's either he was one of the weakest ones, and he was trying to, like I said, overstep his boundaries, and they were like, "Man, get out of here!" And they just took them off, get out of here, kicked him out. Or he was really that powerful that it took all of them to actually come up against him and kick him out of the gang. So it's like, I don't know, Mike, what do you think? Is he one of the weaker ones, or he's the one that's kind of like, he's the one?
You see, this is part of the reason why I didn't like the movie. Because if you want to believe that he was that powerful, because the whole movie, Van Dyne, everybody, Janet, every one of them were just talking about Kang the Conqueror, blah, 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 how, don't mess with him, blah, 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 blah. All this built up. And then when he's there, he said, are you the one that held the hammer? Like, he killed a Thor. I mean, that's pretty serious.
One of the stronger Avengers, yeah.
And he conquered rebellions, he conquered, worlds, he destroyed worlds, he killed Avengers, but then he gets beat by Ant-Man. Well, actually, he didn't get beat by Ant-Man. He got bitten by the Ant-Man,
Hank Pym. Mm-hmm.
And again, I'll say it again. I said this when we talked about What If. If you write Hank Pym the way he's supposed to be, he will be somebody not to be trifled with.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole movie, he knew. The whole movie, he talked about, like, he knew that he realized that it was the ants that were trying to get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
He knew this whole time that, don't worry, I got you.
I have a secret in my back pocket there. Wait,
a secret army.
Yeah, bro.
That was great. I enjoyed it because I know Hank Pym in the comics, it was the scientist supreme. Like, he was the cockiest of almost all of them, and he just had that level of swagger. Like, I mean, in the first Ant-Man, when he hit that general in the face, he said,
"Yeah,
mention my wife one more time, and you'll see veracity." Like, that Hank Pym, that one.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was saying. I posed a question today, like, would people like to see Hank Pym and Janet in their prime going on a mission, have like a MCU special presentation of that, because Hank, like you said, he's no one to really just overlook. He's a heavy hitter. If he has the Pym particles, which Tony Stark's dad, Howard Stark, said is the most revolutionary. Like, you're that guy that is something great, and so he's a guy not to like overlook, man. So for him to be the hero of this movie, to come at the end with his ants, it's kind of fitting. They did a good job with him. Yeah, man.
Actually, that's a good, like, a different variation of Ant-Man was the one to defeat the different variation of Kang.
You're right. Yeah, the original Ant-Man.
Original Ant-Man beat Kang the Conqueror. So a different variation of the Ant-Man is the one that defeated the different variation of He Who Remains.
That's a good point, man. I like that. And in credit scene, you've seen all those variations. So it's like, what else do we have to look forward to, man? Like, who's going to stop all of them? Is it going to be Hank again? Can Hank come through? Like, I don't know, man.
But it is funny though that I just realized that, like, when we're talking about it, the different variation of Ant-Man is the one that came through in the end. and through the whole movie, even when he was in that time paradox or whatever, that probability storm, you saw all those different variations of Scott Lang.
Yeah.
But the one that really mattered was the first iteration of Ant-Man, the first, variation of him.
The original, man.
Yeah, the original. And just like we talked about, like, you can't sleep on this guy. This guy in What If, which is canon, What If killed all the Avengers. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Somebody messed with his wife. And look what happened in this movie. Somebody messed with his wife and he killed him. That guy, Bill Murray's character, she said she had needs, right?
Oh, man.
Killed him.
He killed him, bro. He killed him in a great way, too. He had that little lobster looking squid thing.
Octopus looking thing, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Just like in What If, Hank Pym, somebody messed with his wife and he let him have it. And
poor Hank, man. he keeps hearing about his wife, bro. Like, he had to sit back and listen to Bill Murray talk about his wife. And her and Kang, come on, you can't be alone that long with somebody and just work on that machine. Like, come on, you guys probably did something too. Oh, but like, come on. She said it took a long time to build that machine, and it was just them two. So, like, come on.
But she didn't go back.
Once you go Kang, you never go. No, man. I don't know. I like Janet too. Janet had a good, I guess, arc in this movie as well. But it was kind of stupid for her to tell everybody about what happened. It was like, can you please just open up to us and tell us what happened? Like,
I was kind of annoyed about that too. Yeah.
Or just start with it. Say, hey, shut this off. Like,
yeah, this is bad. Like, something's bad down there.
Don't be like, the whole time.
I mean,
like,
yeah, it's just like,
it out.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what the critics were saying. Like, the plot of the movie is like, but I get it. Okay, we needed the movie.
I didn't like the fact that they didn't bring any of his friends, Ant-Man's friends, in the movie.
Yeah, I was looking forward to Michael Pena's story.
Yeah, him and his fast talking.
The Russian,
voiced
one of the characters in this movie.
Yeah, he was the Holes guy.
Yeah,
he drank his juice.
Him?
That was him. Yeah.
Hold on. I think it's I have it here. Veb.
So that's just ridiculous that they made him come back to play this voiceless character, but not be back as his character.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't notice that.
So now he's two characters in the MCU. Okay, but he's actually two characters in the same franchise.
Yeah,
that's a first.
Yeah, he was in What If also, right? Wasn't that him that talked about Baba Yaga? Yeah, he was in that also in What If.
John Wick.
John Wick is in this movie.
Exactly, man.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of parallels to a lot of things in this movie that once you really start looking at it, you're like, I see.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I feel like favorite parts of the movie, I didn't really have a favorite. Like, the whole movie was it was entertaining. It was a good, roller coaster ride, but it was just like nothing came out was like my favorite. And I kind of feel like with starting off with Phase 5, with how kind of lackluster Phase 4 was, I feel like it should have started off with a bang with Phase 5, and it didn't start off with a bang. It would just start off like, okay. And looking at Phase 4, they start off with a bang. WandaVision was great. It was totally different, very creative. With this one, it was just like Richard said, along the lines of the other Ant-Man movies. It was okay. So I don't know, man. I hope MCU isn't going downhill. I hope they're trying to pick it up. They said they're trying to do more quality over quantity now, but I hope it's not too late. And when is the MCU in their Phase 6? Is it 2026? 2025?
They're in the Phase 6?
Phase 6, I think.
What's the last phase? Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's when the Secret Wars comes out?
Yeah.
King Dynasty. King Dynasty.
Gosh. Okay. We got a long ways to go.
Directed by the Shang-Chi director.
Yeah. And that's one thing too. Someone said that the person who wrote Ant-Man Quantumania also wrote Kang Dynasty, the Avengers movie. So people are like, if this is what we have to expect, I don't know. It's not crap, but it's mid. And for an Avengers movie, there hasn't been a mid Avengers movie yet. Age of Ultron is probably the lower tier, but it's not mid. The first Avenger was great. I love Age of Ultron, and then you have Infinity Wars and Endgame. So if you come out and you're the first person to have a horrible Avengers movie, dang good for your resume, bro.
Fired.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So I don't know.
All
we'll see, man. But that's gonna do it for this episode of Superhero Sundays. Dang, you just messed up my wrap up, bro. No, I'm just kidding. That's gonna do it for this episode of Superhero Sundays. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get with you guys next week. Peace out.